Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Here is your science teacher and today I am going to teach you about Unit 8 Light. Without light there is darkness. So you can see here, without light there is darkness. We can see only the things when there is light. Sources of light. We can see an object when light falls on it. Light comes from various sources. All the natural light on the earth comes from the sun. So here you can see the various sources of light: bulb, sun, lamp, fire. So these are all the sources of light. Some of them are natural sources of light, whereas some are man-made, or you can say artificial sources of light. So here you can see the different sources of light: bulb, fire, candle. So these sources of light also gives us heat and light. So you can see, without the light there is darkness. So at night we use the artificial sources of light when there is no sun. Then at night we can use the artificial sources of light. So here are some are natural sources of light and here some artificial sources of light like torch, bulb. These are artificial sources of light, and here are sun, stars. So these are natural sources of light. We get light by burning our candles. We also get light from the bulb of an electric light bulb or a torch. Candles, electric lights and torches are made by man. They are not natural sources of light. These are called artificial sources of light. So you can see here there are different sources of light. Some of them are artificial and some of them are natural. So here, can you tell me which of them are artificial sources of light and which of them are natural sources of light? Can you tell me? We can separate here the artificial sources of light and natural sources of light. So you can say sun is a natural source of light. So we write sun here in this box. Flashlight, it is a artificial source of light. So we can write here in the artificial light source box. So you can see here moon. Moon is natural source of light. And but the light of the moon is not its own, but it is a natural source. Stars and lightning, these are natural sources of light. And here you can see lamp and headlights, candle. These are all artificial sources of light. Now here we can see things when light falls on them. We can see the things when light falls on them. Without light, we cannot see the objects. Here, for example, we can see the plants when the light falls on them, and you can see the pencil or other objects when the light falls on them. There is less light further away from the source. There is more light near to the source. That means when you stand close to the source of light, you can feel the more light, and when you further away from the source of light, then you can feel the less light. Luminous and non-luminous objects. So, can you tell me what are the luminous and what are the non-luminous objects? Yes, the objects that gives their own light or which have their own light, these are called luminous objects. For example, in this picture you can see this torch and firefly, sun. These are the luminous objects. Whereas in this picture here you can see the decks, the books and pen. These are non-luminous objects. Something that gives out light by itself is called a luminous object. The sun, a burning coal, a fire, and a candle are all examples of luminous objects. So here you can see these are all luminous objects. Sun, fire and burning candle, they give us their own light. Something which cannot give out light by itself is non-luminous. A house, a book, a table and a door are all examples of non-luminous objects. So here you can see luminous objects emit light on their own. Example, sun, stars, lamps, fires, fireflies and glowworms. Whereas non-luminous objects do not give out light on their own. Example, moon, trees, hands and earth. Moon is non-luminous because we can see only the moon when light falls on it and when the sunlight falls on it. So that's why moon has not its own light. So moon is a non-luminous object. We can see non-luminous objects because light fall from luminous objects shines on them. We cannot see non-luminous things in the dark. So we can see only the non-luminous objects because light from luminous objects falls on it. That's why we cannot see the non-luminous objects in the dark. The moon is a non-luminous body. We can see the moon because light from the sun falls on it. So in this picture, you can see when the light falls on the moon, so we can see the moon or that part of the moon on which the light can falls from the sun. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay home and stay safe. Allah Hafiz.